169, last show of 2021. I'm your host this evening, King Black Cherry. With me I have Mr. Etep.
What's up, everybody? I hope everybody's having a lovely week.
Yes.
What is the what does the bottom of your shirt say, Pete? I'm
not jolly.
Okay.
All right.
Is that the Grinch or is that Chewbacca or is Vader?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Vader faded.
Vader faded.
Faded Vader.
Yeah.
Faded Vader, man.
And also we have the real Ant-Man.
What is up, everybody? How's it going? I cannot wait to talk about our favorite media stuff from 2021, as well as probably my favorite episode of any show of 2021.
Yep.
So let's go.
But first, before we get there, do we have any breaking news?
Steph Curry.
I have something that's not. Yes, that he did. He did break something. What did he break?
Yeah, he broke something last night. He broke the 3-point record from Ray Allen last night.
Yep.
Against the really terrible New York Knicks. But yeah, he did. He broke the record last night and all that. So it makes him he has the record for the most 3 points made in the NBA history. And what is he? Only like 32, 30. He's still like a young guy. It's honestly, man. I know a lot of people think LeBron has been the face of basketball of this generation. In some ways, he is. But I really think Steph Curry revolutionized the game of basketball right now. Because you can see all the players, everybody's shooting 3-pointers nowadays. So Steph Curry is probably the greatest 3-point shooter of all time. That's pretty arguable. Yeah, congrats to Steph Curry, man.
Yep.
I'm happy for him.
Me too. I'm a big fan of Steph Curry. So
Me too, man.
Did you see that 3-point shot that he made from the stands and just like happened just swished it in? Did you see that?
I wouldn't be surprised, man. That guy can make it.
Is like he was like in the stands and it was like kind of like way off on the side, and so he shot it and it was like over by the tunnel area, but he was in the stands, shot it, and then it went through, and then he just turned around and did his little dance.
that's awesome.
He's freaking insanely amazing. So good, congrats, Steph.
Yes, congrats indeed.
Hello, Devin. We are
hello.
well.
We're all
Yes.
well, Evan. How you doing?
How all is well? I don't even know what that means, but yeah, I hope you were doing well this holiday season, Mr. Devin Rexford.
Cheers, Devin. Yeah,
I mean, we're doing well. We have a winning record football team, so yeah, we're doing very well.
You probably have more wins than the Jets and Giants combined too. So
Probably do.
How many wins do you guys have?
10?
4.
Four.
Oh yeah, we do.
You definitely have it by 3 games, actually.
Yeah, we're doing quite fine on the pedestal we are in.
Hey man, you guys got to watch out for the Packers in the playoffs. So Packers are looking pretty damn good right now.
Yeah, but if we can be the number 1 seed and have them come to us, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, that's true. Packers looking good. Rams are looking actually not too bad last game. I mean, we'll see.
Although almost all their players got COVID today, so yeah, there's that.
Do you have a certain remake on the slides, Chris?
No, but I was actually going to talk about it right now.
Okay, there you go.
Splinter Cell got announced as being remade. Now, I have issues with how they came about announcing this news.
Oh, because they were hiring.
Yes. How do you announce a game? It's like, oh yeah, this game is early in development. Come join our team. Join now. Join the squad and help us make this game that we have really no idea what we're doing. I just don't understand.
Yeah, give us like a trailer or something, or even a teaser.
But like, don't give us anything. So that just lets us know this game is at least 5 years out.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
Even Metroid Prime 4 gave us a trailer, and we haven't seen that game in 4 years, but we got a trailer for it. We haven't seen it, but we got a trailer for it. Anthony just with his head down. I understand.
Yeah, the Metroid hurts. It hurts.
Yes.
Also another breaking news. Actually, it's pretty breaking in the wrestling world. Kevin Owens re-signed a multi-deal contract with the WWE that I'm pretty sure will be setting him and his family for prior life. So good for him. Making that money, man. That's all
The
matters.
prize fighter got paid, huh?
He got paid, dude.
There you go.
And there's also rumors of him jumping ship, going to AEW. There's that rumor and all that. But I think, honestly, what's great about, and we're talking about the business side of wrestling, what's great is these guys, now that AEW's around, they have that leverage to make more money, to get a bigger contracts. And that's great. I mean, as long as these guys getting paid and making good money, I'm all for it. So the fact that you have a company like that, AEW, and another billionaire with money, it's good for the wrestlers. So good for him, man. I'm glad he resigned. So
yeah, same
make
here.
that money, man. Make that money
as much as you can.
Oh hell yeah! Especially before your body breaks down. So, but
scrolling through here. Dennis Villeneuve is set to direct a Rendezvous with Rama, a story from Arthur C. Clarke, the writer of 2001 Space Odyssey, that follows a group of space explorers tasked with intercepting an alien starship hurtling through their solar system. It's interesting.
Well, if he can do as good as a job he did in Dune, then I'm all for it.
But he should be focusing on Dune and not doing other movies at the moment. But that's just...
Hey, man, you know what Warner Bros. Need to do? Get their truckload of money and just push it right to his to his front yard, man. Give him some money, put him in front yard, concentrate on the next 2 Dune movies. That's what they should be doing, Warner Brothers, right now.
That's what they should do.
Or Disney should be pulling up and saying, "Hey, we need you to make a Star Wars movie." That's what should be happening.
That is very...
Can he do? Well, I guess he can.
Why? Okay, so to me, the best new Star Wars movie is Rogue One, which doesn't feel like a Star Wars movie. That's what I'm saying. Like in Mandalorian, almost in ways doesn't feel like Star Wars.
I think you're wrong with that. I think Mandalorian feels like the original trilogy. To be honest,
I disagree, but to each their own.
I mean, yes
I see Anthony's point and I see Pete's point. I'll say it's a mixture of both. It can stand on its own, but there's definitely, I see Star Wars elements in it. Even without the fact of like them mentioning the Force and lightsabers and all that kind of stuff. Even without that, there's definitely Star Wars elements in the show.
Yeah, I just don't see for instance, the first scene in season 2, that would never happen in the original Star Wars.
Yeah. Are you talking about the one where there's no
the one where he goes to the fight and then afterwards he has the guy hanging on there and then he just shoots the light out and walks away? Dude, that's not Star Wars. That's more Batman.
It is, but I could see it though.
Exactly.
I could see it though. Like, you see the fact of with all the stories that has been told through the years of Star Wars. Even without let's take out the movies for instance. Let's go towards the games. You remember playing Fallen Order and playing the Order 66 part? That was like, oh, this is dark. Oh, this is deep.
You know what's funny though? I still feel like if someone else directed that in the movie, it could have been I've seen other media do Order 66 better than the movie did it. Order 66.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
It's just the fact when I don't know. I guess Order 66 how it interprets to the different directors of the media, the TV shows and movies, and the games even, they interpreted Order 66 compared to George Lucas did.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, I'm gonna kind of change that opinion. I do think Dennis I can't pronounce his name. I'm sorry, I'm not even gonna try to. But anyway, the guy from Doom can. Yeah, I changed my mind. I think can do a great Star Wars movie. But will he? I don't think so. I mean, I'm just saying. I think he's kind of got other projects in mind. To me, he's like a Christopher Nolan type of guy who would like direct certain of his own movies that he wants to do. I think Dune is going to be like
Christopher
Christopher
Nolan
Nolan.
did direct Batman trilogy.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That would be his Batman trilogy. This Dune. But I don't see after that. I'm pretty sure he's going to do his own projects. I don't see him doing any other big major projects like that. So, but yeah, great director though.
Any other breaking news, gents?
Let's see. Paramount is reportedly developing a revival film of the classic 80s franchise, Beverly Hills Cop, for Paramount Plus.
Wow.
James Cameron slamming Marvel again, blah, blah, blah. He just thinks that leveling cities is not an epic kind of a thing.
Wait a minute. Didn't he... I mean, he did destroy a whole like city over there in Aliens, right? You know, that alien, did he nuke that?
I mean, blew up the bridge in like True Lies. So just saying. Oh, I mean, look at Terminator, basically destroyed the whole world.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
I'm just saying what he said. He says, when I think of films that have epic events in them, like let's say a Marvel Universe film where whole cities get destroyed and so on, they don't feel epic to me. Is what he told Variety.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm gonna like agree and disagree at the same time. Like I feel like there's moments in cinema and in film that have like a really epic feel, and they don't necessarily have to be big explosions and popcorn action. Just a good twist can give you that same epic feel.
Yeah.
My biggest problem with directors nowadays, they're so like Scorsese did the same thing. Cameron, they always like taking shots on Marvel films because they're very popular, and I think you shouldn't be focused on that. You should be focused on your own work, and get it out there.
I think it hurts them in the long run too, because like a lot of people like Marvel movies, so then they like
of course.
Director X and Director Y, they hate Marvel movies. Okay, now I don't want to go watch their movie.
Yeah, product. Yeah, exactly. Well, also, like I remember, I think Chris, I think you posted this on before about how Ridley Scott said something about the reason why the last duel didn't do well because of I'm like, okay, now for me, I mean, I would like to watch that movie, but nothing about the trailer or anything that interests me about it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Like nothing about this movie interested me to go see it. I would like to see it, sure, because of the fact of the cast. I see the cast, and I'm like, yes, I would like to see this movie. But other than that, I'm like, I don't give a damn about this movie.
I'll be honest, the cast kind of threw me off. When you see Ben Affleck as the English Lord, I'm like, Ben Affleck
with blonde hair.
It just threw me off. I'm like, I don't see that being a good movie. I see Ben Affleck, doing something from Boston, like playing a character from Boston, but it's something English. Like that seems a little bit far from his acting. Skills. So I don't know. It just didn't interest me, and I'll watch it eventually. But it's not something I would have went to pay a ticket to see. Yeah, I think it's funny that a guy like Ridley Scott, who I love his work, but he always he says, "Oh, that's the reason why." I feel bad for these directors because I get it now. It's kind of different. The landscape has changed when it comes to cinema. I think more studios want more big blockbuster movie. And some of these directors, their projects get kind of like, tossed aside because they see like, nobody's interested in watching your movies anymore. And it was just stupid. It's bullshit because I think they could still put up great movies, but they don't get the money anymore because like they'll rather give to a comic book movie than to give to them. So
right.
But don't give up. Yeah, don't give up. Just go to streaming, dude. Trust me. Streaming is not bad either.
It is not. It is not at all. All right. Let's see here. I think that's it for breaking news. Unless I got something. Unless I got something right here that just came through. Huh. So William Dafoe only agreed to return as Green Goblin as long as he was allowed to perform the stunts and fight scenes.
What?
I mean,
plus that man at 150 years old still going to do that
how
stuff?
old is William Dafoe, man?
66.
And he allowed to do his own fight scenes and action scenes at 66 yeyears old. Holy crap!
Probably was as much as he was allowed to do.
I'm about to say, dude. You know, I always feel like William Dafoe always looked old to me. Even like when he was a young man, he still looked old to me.
Like Steve Martin.
Yeah, like Steve Martin, who has white hair.
Yeah, Steve Martin. You never know how old that man is.
Exactly.
Because he had white hair when he was like 20, wasn't he?
Yep.
I mean, it's just.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
But yeah, William Dafoe, yeah, that's pretty cool, but also pretty crazy too.
Yeah.
All right, gaming subscription. So I would love to tell you what's going to be free in the Epic Game Store tomorrow, but it's still a mystery. So show up at the Game Store tomorrow in 15 hours, and you'll find out what's coming in there. As for Game Pass, this is probably one of the biggest weeks of releases I've ever seen. You have Aliens Fire Team, Among Us, Tropico 5, Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet. Those the last two were games for gold, but then you have Ben 10, Power Trip, Broken Age, Firewatch, The Gunk, Lake, Mortal Kombat 11, Paw Patrol, Mighty Pup Save Adventure Bay, Race with Ryan, Record of Lotus War, Deedlit in Wonder Labyrinth, and Transformers Battleground. All hitting Game Pass. So the cool thing about that is they don't have a lot of kids games on there, so that's kind of cool. Like I probably won't ever play, Ben 10 or Race with Ryan or Paw Patrol, but being it's coming Christmas time, parents gonna buy their kids an Xbox. Now they can grab them Game Pass for their first 3 months. Only cost them $1, and they'll have some kids games they can play. So
yeah, that'd be good.
I am really excited about playing the Gunk tomorrow, though. I've been waiting for that one for a while. It's from the developers that did SteamWorld Dig and SteamWorld Dig 2. A brand new 3D adventure game. So I am.
Let's clean the airspace.
Yes.
That's literally what it felt like when I was watching gameplay, and I was like, "This game is for somebody. This game is not for me."
Oh, it is 100% for me. I cannot wait to play that game. That's honestly when they announced that, and I want to say, man, it was either an indie show they did. Speaking of which, we'll talk about that in a second. It was either an indie show they did or one of their Xbox showcases, and I want to say it was either last year or it was the beginning of this year. But that was one of the games that stood out to me, and as the year was going, I'm like, no way we're getting it this year, no way we're getting it this year. And then they're like, right before December, they were like, oh, it went gold, and I was like, what? Yes. So I was super excited about that, and I hear Firewatch is awesome, but I've never played it.
Never played it.
What's Firewatch about?
Firewatch is a single-player, first-person mystery set in Wyoming wilderness where your only emotional lifeline is the person on the other end of a handheld radio. Perched high atop a mountain, it's your job to look for smoke and keep the wilderness safe. You'll explore a wild and unknown environment, facing questions and making choices that can build or destroy the only meaningful relationship you have.
Okay, sounds cool.
Yeah. Interesting enough.
Yes.
Wow. Did you guys see that number one recruit from high school decided to go to Deion Sanders College?
Oh, where's that at?
Deion Sanders College?
Jackson State.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
That's where he coaches.
I mean, Deion Sanders is probably arguably one of the best players of his position, but
even on Deion Sanders could play offense too. That's the crazy thing about him.
Oh, dude, he was so fun to watch back in the day.
That's crazy.
I'm surprised though. I'm surprised he went he's that big and he went to. What's up, Fabian? How you doing?
Number 2. I apologize.
Yeah,
I was reading from a Yahoo.
I'm just surprised though he would go that. He could have gone to anywhere. He could have gone to Alabama. He could have gone to the Ohio State. He could have gone anywhere, and he decides to do that.
Went to the Georgia Bulldogs.
Go Dogs. Who are going to lose to the Michigan Wolverines?
No, they're not. Don't do that to yourself, Pete.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's gonna be fun though. The playoffs. I mean,
I think so. I agree.
I think they should do more teams though. They need to go to 8.
Yeah, more. Excuse me. More teams would definitely be more fun.
Dude, just because the upsets, man, will be ridiculous, man.
Oh yeah, because you always have upsets every week in college.
Hell yeah.
So.
Dude, you know what's funny though? NFL. I mean, we're gonna talk about more. NFL is all about upsets this year, man. Holy
Oh,
crap.
of course.
Holy crap! It's definitely changed the game.
Kramer says they're getting some influencers there. That's why.
Sanders though, man. I like Deion.
Yeah,
go Dogs, Kramer. Go Dogs.
What was it? All right, so I didn't watch the indie showcase of Nintendo. Did you guys?
No.
Go Bucks.
But
unfortunately, and that's what I was gonna get at. Unfortunately, I watched it.
Yeah. Okay.
It was a waste of my 20 minutes, and I wish I can get it back, and I can never get it back. There was nothing that interests me at all.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
I mean, let me ask you something, Ant. Like really, when it comes to indie games, what does interest you? Are there indie games?
The gunk.
I mean, he is probably he's Anthony is the man who will play more indie games than both of us, Pete. So.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, so what did they have though? Question. Okay, so let's not have that. What did they have in the indie?
They had a RPG that they kicked it off with like an overhead RPG, which I mean it's okay, but I feel like there's so many of those now that it's like you have to do something a little special. You have to do something different. I mean it looks just like any other overhead RPG. Hold on, let me.
Is it called
Sea of Stars?
Sea of Stars, yeah.
So it's a prequel to the game The Messenger, but The Messenger wasn't like that. The Messenger's a 2D game, so it's kind of interesting that. Huh?
Wasn't it a Messenger about a ninja?
Yeah. But anyway, so this is a classic RPG now, so it's turn-based. Then there's Alicia looks like it could be good. I need to see more of it first. It had like a Zelda-ish feel. Endling. Oh, that was about the fox. Not really. I wasn't feeling it. Figment 2 wasn't really feeling that either. Ollie Ollie World. I didn't really care for Ollie Ollie, but World looks a little bit better. I would be willing to give it a chance, but again, it's not really doing anything for me. They had a whodunit called Locomotive. I don't know. River City Girls 2 is coming. I never played the first, but this one's online co-op, so that's pretty exciting. I like River City Ransom.
Yeah, I have River City Girls on, I think, Xbox. I just never played it yet. I mean, I love River City Ransom, so that's the reason why I got it, or I downloaded it. So
there was just like no like get hype moment, and they're like, but more was like this game called Amori, but it didn't even like show anything of it. It was just like a 20-second video, and like I have no clue what it even. I guess it might be out on PC because it says it's a critically acclaimed RPG, but
yeah, it was released on PC last year. It's now coming to Nintendo Switch spring 2022. Emotional, spooky role-playing game, which has drawn comparisons to Earthbound and Nikki.
So it's funny though. So you're not excited for Nintendo's indie world or whatever, but guess what I found out? Was it the month of November? What was the best-selling system in the month of November? Can you guess?
It's always the best-selling system, Pete. It's been the best-selling system for like 24 months now.
And here's the question:
because you know what? Guess why, Pete? You want to know why?
Because it's only $300.
Because it's not only that. I mean, look at the fact that it's hard to find a Series X. It's hard to find a PlayStation 5.
When you have these graphic cards that actually run games in 4K, which is the standard now, they're having a little problem getting those cards.
Here's the thing, guys. Like, why would they have such like problems when it comes to like? You think they would have had more systems made? So
it's everybody, every computing company is having stock issues, Pete. They can't get the graphic card.
Even the graphics card for your own PC home computers, they're having trouble getting. And when they go on sale, literally they're gone.
You know what's funny though? Like my friend who got a PS5 not too long ago, he said as soon as I guess he was looking at Twitter or whatever, as soon as like they had a new shipment, he came with it, and he was kept on pressing to make sure he was getting it. and
Mm-hmm.
he finally got one, but it took like I'm like, come on,
Yep.
you know, just to get one.
That's how you got to do it. The guy I work with, Tony, he got a Series X that way.
Yeah.
You got
I was fortunate enough for Microsoft to email me and be like, hey, we've been noticing you've been trying to get an Xbox. Would you like to buy one from us? It was fortunate enough that was actually to happen.
I was fortunate enough to just have a friend of mine who to be like, hey, do you want a Series S? So I'm like, for $300. I'm like, sure. Let me just buy it from you, cash. So I did that way. So.
Oh, did they already announce the Golden Globe nominations?
Yes, they did.
Oh, is that on the slide?
That is not on the slide.
Oh, we can talk about that real quick.
Real quick.
So best motion picture drama. The nominees are Belfast, Coda, Dune, King Richard, and The Power of the Dog.
I heard, I know we've seen King Richard and we've seen Dune, but I heard The Power of the Dog and Belfast is pretty damn good. They're good movies. So I don't know about the other one though.
Coda. It's on Apple TV.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Best performance in a drama by an actress. Jessica Chastain, The Eyes of Tammy Faye, Olivia Colman, The Lost Daughter, Nicole Kidman, Being the Ricardos, Lady Gaga, House of Gucci, and Kristen Stewart, Spencer.
Okay, so Nicole Kidman plays the Lucille Ball. I
can see that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because of her red hair, but I mean, I gotta admit, though, I kind of want to see that performance because that's a tough role to pull off.
And then her husband's Javier Bardem.
Oh, is it really? Ricky Ricardo? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and he got nominated as well. So best performance in a motion picture drama. Mahershala Ali, Swan Song. Javier Bardem, Being the Ricardos. Benedict Cumberbatch, The Power of the Dog. Will Smith, King Richard. Denzel Washington, The Tragedy of Macbeth. Best motion picture musical or comedy. Cyrano. I never even heard of that. Don't Look Up, Netflix. Licorice Pizza. Tick Tick Boom, and
Netflix.
West Side Story.
Her West Side Story is actually really good.
Yeah, I heard it's got a really.
They had a release date for that on Disney Plus. I didn't catch it, but it's soon.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna come on Disney Plus. West Side Story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotten great reviews. The box office hasn't done really well though, but I think because it's a remake. Like it's fun to West Side Story. It's like one of those movies where I feel like it should not be remade because it's a classic, and they still remade it, but I hear good things about it, so yeah, they did a good job. Go watch it.
I'm trying to see here. You said it is coming?
Yeah, they I saw somewhere online it had a date.
That's a good pickup for Disney Plus, man. That's good. And having other movies besides just Marvel.
That's their movie though.
Is it really? Well, it was on Fox, right?
20th Century Studios.
The last week of January is when it should be on there.
All right, cool. Any other Golden
I thought I'd seen an actual date. Maybe I didn't. But yeah, they're doing a 45-minute or 45-day theater to Disney Plus. That's what they're doing. So
for now on,
for right now, for the foreseeable future.
It seems like it's going to be for now on since Eternals comes out January 12th.
Yep.
For on Disney Plus. So
that's correct. Yep.
Speaking of which, Pete, you did see Eternals, didn't you?
I did. You want to talk about now? Or we want to talk about?
Well, we can talk about it now. What was your thoughts before we get into Hawkeye?
Yeah, I was very critical. Like, I was not excited for this movie. I kind of looked at the reviews. I'm like, oh, I could see it, but I actually like it better than it's better than I thought it was going to be. I actually enjoyed it for the most part. Now, I can see your criticism. I can see a lot of people's criticism because I talked to a few people, a couple, and even some friend of mine from Jared Lee and his barbershop, Richard, if you're watching. And I agree with him. Like, it kind of is slow. There's some slow parts. It definitely drags some ways because the movie, like, literally, and like you said, 9 characters, and they literally have to introduce every 9 characters and some of their story arcs throughout this 2-hour and a half movie. So, but I think the reason I enjoy it is, and I want to spoil this for Ant, but the reason why I enjoy it is, I feel like it kind of feels different from any other Marvel movie.
Yeah,
and I think that's why I liked it. I think the motivation of the character is kind of somewhat different from any other Marvel character.
It is a fresh take on
Yes.
that standpoint. Yes,
and it's not predictable. It definitely does certain things differently, and you're just kind of like, okay, I didn't see this coming, and I kind of like it.
okay.
Some characters, stood out more than others. For some reason, I found the Druid character very interesting. I found his character and his whole story arc very interesting. I like Angelina Jolie's character also. I thought she did a good job with that role. And other characters like I forgot one of the Indian actor, or he was funny in it too. I forgot his character's name, but he was pretty good in it too. But but overall though, like I said, the movie is better than expected. Is it? I can see the criticism about it, but I think it's a movie that I feel like in time it's going to get maybe a much more better reception. Because, like I said, it's completely different from what people expect from a Marvel movie. So I think we'll get better reception maybe later on. But yeah, I wish I could talk more about it. But Mr.
I know Peter already ruined the end credit scene for me.
Okay, well we'll talk about that right now. No, because I told him, do you want me to say something to you? Because he said, okay, fine, okay, go tell me. So, what's up, Denise and Steph?
Hey, how's it going?
So let's talk about that. So like I said, in the end of the movie, being played by Kit Harington, who is the Black Knight in the comic books, he has this secret that he had that is this item that has been passed from generations through his family. It's called the Ebony Sword.
Mm-hmm.
It has like a curse on it or whatever, and he was going to open the box and grab it, and there's a voice that said, "Believe that."
Are you sure you want to do that, Mr. Whitman?
Yes. And at first, like, we watched that, and some people were like, "Is that Doctor Strange? Is that And then I look it up. It's actually the voice of Mahershala Ali, who's going to be Blade in the movie.
I did hint that towards you guys.
Did you?
I did when I was talking about it. I was hinting it. It was like, oh yeah, this happens at the end credit scene. Something happens. You hear a voice. Not gonna say who it is, because if I say the voice, it will give it away. And Anthony would be like, "Ooh, yeah." I did. I remember I did say that.
That's literally you guys know this. That was literally my dream casting for Blade. So I am so excited to see that man play Blade.
Well, so some people were asking too, is like, how come he's intervening that? How come he's intervening with? Well, in Blade, I know in the comic books he wasn't just a vampire hunter. He was actually involved with the Night Stalkers, who didn't just deal with vampires. They did with supernatural stuff as well. Anything that's supernatural, anything that seems to be, like, for instance, I think another thing that who knows if Blade might appear in this movie, but the Darkhold, the book that Wanda has in the end of WandaVision, the Darkhold book, that's something that the Night Stalkers were going against too. They're trying to so there's a lot of this is going to introduce more into the supernatural stuff of Marvel, which is great, which I'm very excited for. So
Ryan Reynolds has played 3 comic book characters. Will he be reprising his role as Hannibal King?
No.
Okay.
That's an no. He's definitely going to be Deadpool, and that's what they're going to remain as, Deadpool. So not to say he didn't do a good job as Hannibal King, but I think he owns that character, Deadpool. I don't think he's going to do anything but that. So, but yeah, I'm very excited for that. The fact that even though you didn't see him, the voice is, the fact that that's the introduction of Blade is very exciting. So, but anyway, going back to the Eternals, I enjoyed it. I like it better than Black Widow, and whatever. And people might say like, "What?" But no, I actually like it better than that movie. Yeah, I know you're gonna say what.
I'm trying to digest that statement at this current important moment in time.
I just think though, like, I'll be honest, like the reason why Black Widow. Okay, so I like Black Widow. The reason why I like Black Widow is because Yelena. Because I think Yelena is such a good actor, and Florence Pugh, that character's so good. But when I look back at that movie, that's the only good part of that movie. At least in this movie, I felt the story arcs or whatever was a little bit more interesting. I think the dialogue was a little more interesting. and certain other characters that were interesting as well. It wasn't just one character; it was a couple other characters.
Okay, I agree with that. Here's one thing. At the end of the movie, when everything is all said and done, wouldn't you think we will have more ramifications to our planet than what actually happened?
Like for better, or for worse.
Like something happened. Okay, at the end of the movie, wouldn't you think our world would be a lot more affected than what they showed? Especially since it is now at a standstill.
Yeah, I agree though. Like that's the only problem with this movie though. Will they really go and make this like a big thing or whatever? Will this make this will this be integrated in other Marvel movies?
It definitely should be.
Yeah, it should be. And that's the problem though too. I feel like this movie is such a standalone movie that even throughout the movie, and I think that's another thing the reason this movie suffers. They don't have no connection with anything that do with Marvel. They'll only mention Thanos and the Avengers. But they'll mention them by name. They don't mention them as you don't see other characters from other Marvel movies involved in them or any connection with that. And I think that's the only. I mean, I guess Blade will be the first big character involved with that, right? With
yeah,
Knight, right?
It just when things happen in movies and then there's there should be a consequence to this later on.
Yeah,
and there should be a huge consequence to this later on. And it's you feel like it's not going to come because of the fact that it is a movie that's a standoff movie, like a movie that can stand on its own. And you just but it should change how we see things going forward.
I think that's why Infinity Wars is so good. Just the fact that even to this day, even with this episode, they still focus on the snap. And I love the fact that snap is still a big, huge focal point of the whole story arc of Marvel, even regardless if it's a couple years old, 3-4 years old.
Yeah.
It's got a huge impact.
Yeah. Yes, it's ramifications of every show that we've seen or every single project we've seen since Infinity War has had ramifications of it. With this movie, there is no ramifications so far.
I'll tell you what, though, I don't want to get into details of spoiler alert, but even that, the snap of Thanos had ramifications in that movie too.
Because, but gentlemen, where does the movie lie in the timeline?
After Endgame.
But where after Endgame?
It's
because the TV shows we've been watching are almost right after. So could that be possibly right at because you got to remember the release order is messed up. So could Eternals be right after Spider-Man?
Possibly. You know what's funny though, Ant? I think and I've been saying this and all these movies are going to come out in the next few years. They're all going to catch up to us in time.
Yeah, real time.
And it's going to come out in real time. You know why? Because it did that at what was it? Avengers or whatever. Wasn't it Thor and Captain America and all this literally and almost on a week? Hulk, Thor, and all this stuff that happened.
No, when they were originally coming out, they were supposed to be when they released. That's when they were happening.
Yeah,
oh, really?
that was originally how they were doing it. So Iron Man took place in 2010 or whatever, and then
timeline that said that this whole thing events happen in 1 week or something like that.
Iron Man 2, Thor 1, and Captain America. Not Captain America. Thor 1 and Iron Man 2, and what was the third movie? Was it Winter Soldier?
No,
it feels like I think it might have been Winter Soldier.
No, that was after Avengers.
Was it Hulk?
No, it was Iron Man 2, Thor,
and Captain America, right?
The end of Captain America.
Yeah, the end.
The end of Captain America. All that happened within a week's time.
That's what I'm saying, though. So I'm thinking a lot of because
in phase phase 2 or phase 3, Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2 actually take place right back to back, even though there was other movies between them. When you're watching them in chronological order, you're supposed to watch Guardians 1 and 2 and then watch the next ones. You're not supposed to skip and wait for 2.
Well,
So those are supposed to take place like back to back.
When we talked about that episode we saw today, there's something else I kind of want to talk about.
Go for it, bro.
All right, fine. All right. Well, okay. What's our take of this episode 5? The what was it? The
warning. There will be spoilers.
Warning.
There will be spoilers. If you do not want this spoiled for you, leave and come back in like 20 minutes.
What do you think of this episode? Like the episode before the season finale of Hawkeye. What do you guys think first?
Go ahead.
If they can stick the landing in episode 6, this will easily be the best Marvel show. That they've done. That Disney's done. Sorry.
Okay, I was about to say
that Disney's done.
Okay, all right.
So this episode had so many great moments in it. And then to finish it off with
here's spoiler.
With what they we'll get there. I'm gonna do non-spoiler for right now, and then we'll talk about it. But to finish it off with what they did, like they had the cojones to do this. To put that in here, it really was the icing on the cake of the episode. Really,
I agree. Yeah, it was a great episode. I love the beginning. Like that's exactly what we're talking about. Like the ramifications of the snap. You see Yelena like right after Black Widow, she's going there and trying to get the other widows.
It actually got me too, because like when it first happened, and then I was like, oh, like it's like I almost forgot like the snap happened in that year, and then you see her like disappear. I was like, oh, what?
Yeah. Exactly. It was so because at first you're like, "What the hell's going on? What's happening?" Is that whole room or whatever, and then you see her reappear again, and you're like, "Oh shit!" Okay.
But you know what? It makes sense that she got snapped because it's a good way. It's an easy way of explaining why she didn't take place in Endgame and all that area.
Not only that, you can also understand. You understand
Natasha.
Just depressed, very depressed.
Yeah.
She looked so depressed, so out of it. And I think that's the reason why, knowing that all these people are gone from her life. So, and actually willing to make that sacrifice to save everybody. That's the reason why. Yes, it totally makes sense and all that, storyline wise. So that was a great scene. And
yeah,
I can't say
I'll be honest with you. Both snap moments on the Disney TV shows were freaking fantastic.
Oh, yeah. WandaVision too. Yeah,
the one in WandaVision was even better. Dude, that was freaking. That was freaking amazing.
Erratic. Everything that's happening in that moment is so erratic. Yes.
Yeah.
But no, like I just want to say, dude, Florence Pugh, man, she is so good as that character, man. That scene with her and Kate Bishop, where they're literally sitting down and talking.
I can see this, Devin. I can see it.
When they're like Florence, Yelena approaches Kate Bishop in her apartment and talks to him, and I love the way she plays it off. She plays it off like they're having, like she's like having fun. Here, let me feed you some mac and cheese. Come on, what, Kate Bishop? It's like you only have one utensil, Kate Bishop. What is this? It's
why do you keep having to say my full name?
Yeah. I mean, like you guys do it all the time with me.
That's true. So, yeah, but like sometimes people have such great like names like together that you just have to say the whole thing.
But I love it too. She's like, and then she cuts her off. Are you just saying that because you want because you know everything about me? It's like, yes, that's the reason why. I just want you to, it's so good the way she plays it off. She's so playful about it. It's like I love that fact that she goes on and acts like, oh, Kate Bishop, you're gonna kill me? Oh, you're so funny and all this and that. She plays it off, and then as soon as they talk about Clint, she like so seriously, like she seriously talks about Clint.
Yeah,
I love that scene because it goes to show that she's playing with her, she's having fun, being real comical. And then as soon as Clint breaks up, she's like, "It's like, what do you care? What do you know him? How long you known him? I didn't know."
Devin watching us on the Switch right now?
Yeah,
switch it up.
But but like it's such a great scene, and it goes. And honestly, I think Haley Steinfeld and Florence Pugh, such great actresses. They stole that scene. And it's such a great scene. I can watch it over again and be entertained. So good. The mind game she plays. She's playing mind games with her. She's just seeing how what her response are and everything else.
Yeah.
So that's a great thing. And of course we have that cool fight thing with Ronan and Echo again. Hawkeye donning his costume as Ronan. I mean, it really seems Daredevil-esque scene because he's like taking out like sort of the trench coat mafia guys, one by one. Really Daredevil kind of stuff and all that, and good fight scene too. And
it's a really good fight scene. Oh, what else was good? The fact that like he went to not monument, I guess you want to call it, just a pretty much plaque where all their names were the original Avengers, and said like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to do this. I really don't want to, but this is what I have to do. And then tells his wife the fact that like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna have to do this. Like warns her ahead of time, like, hey, this thing's getting pretty hairy, and I'm afraid I'm gonna have to do this again. And she's like, do what you gotta do, man. Just do what you gotta do.
Yeah, he was kind of almost apologized to when that plaque is apologized to Natasha because she's the one who saved them from Ronan from doing what he was doing and all that, being a vigilante and all that stuff. So it's almost apologized to her. So, but you guys want to talk about the ending?
Well, hold on.
Oh, Pete, calm down.
You got more stuff to say. Go ahead.
Pete, did you mention about the new Statue of Liberty?
Yeah. How this takes place after Spider-Man No Far From Home?
Yes. I forgot to mention that. So, like, in that whole detail of that conversation between Yelena and Kate Bishop, she mentions about all these different landmarks and all. Says she wants to go visit the Empire State Building. She wants to build the Rockefeller Center. She also visited the new built Statue of Liberty.
New and improved.
Statue of Liberty, which, if you see the trailers, that's a big fight scene that's happening in No Way Home, where I think I think the Statue of Liberty has a Captain America shield now.
Yeah,
so
it does.
Yes, so I think it does kind of coincide. Both movies are coincides with one another, which is pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And we've already seen clips of Spider-Man No Way Home with the Rogers musical billboards everywhere in it. They weren't there in the beginning of promotion, by the way. I don't know if you guys noticed that. They weren't there at the beginning, but they're there now.
Wow. Okay, all right. I love the synergy from Marvel and Sony right now they're doing with this, so that's awesome.
Oh yeah, because the fact that like Spider-Man's gonna be the only good Marvel movie this coming out this year. It's crazy.
Only good Marvel movie? I don't know about that. Shang-Chi?
Oh, Shang-Chi was good. Shang-Chi was good. I'll give it that.
All right.
It was good. I'll give it that. But Hawkeye, episode 5, please stick the landing in episode 6. The 5 was so good, I had to watch it twice.
Yeah.
Please stick the landing with 6. And that's all I ask. Next Wednesday. Gosh, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see.
So
go ahead. Go ahead and talk about the. Go ahead and talk about the ending, sir.
All right. Well, so Yelena was doing a little investigating, following Kate Bishop's mother, Eleanor, seeing who. Because I'm pretty sure Eleanor's the one who contacted her to go hunt Hawkeye, and it turns out she found out who was the guy she was dealing with, and and she took a photo of the guy, and it's like, okay. So I want to say one thing. Throughout this whole episode, if you notice, there are a bunch of Easter eggs. Clint Barton called we don't want to get the big man's attention. There's the used cars dealership that says the Fat Man's used car dealership. So it turns out that yes, it's not other than. This is the Mafia's kingpin, who was the man that Clint Barton didn't want no attention from. He's like, oh, this is the guy I was afraid of. So, yeah, it's really awesome. And that says something too about the character. The fact that Clint Barton was kind of afraid of him, didn't want him to get involved, says something. Makes him the big kingpin's a big deal. Like he's a big threat, even to a guy like Hawkeye. Mm-hmm. So, very cool, awesome. Very excited for the next episode. The fact that I knew that Kingpin was going to be revealed. I had a feeling Kingpin was going to be revealed. but I didn't expect it this episode. And also, I did mention that Eleanor was kind of involved and criminally involved, made Jack be the fall guy. So
Yeah.
I hope that's not Jack's like end of storyline. Hopefully, they do reveal what like a little more about him, because I know there's more to him than what happened to him. You know, like he went to jail.
There's only 45 minutes, sir. 45 minutes left of the whole series, so probably not. To be perfectly honest.
Well, hopefully we'll see some sort of like, or some sort of like Easter egg, or I mean not Easter egg, some like end credit scene or something like that gets us a little more information of that. But yes, very excited for our next episode of Hawkeye. I'm pretty sure. I think there's going to be a big fight scene in Rockefeller Center. I think that's like the big fight scene that's going to end the show. So we'll see what happens, man. But yeah, it's all you need to do is stick the landing, man. But I think so far it's definitely the storyline is going very well. So very
so when does Spider-Man take place in relation to the first one?
Okay, so Far From Home. Yeah, it was Far From Home. Like literally took place 5 years after. Remember, because of the snap.
No, I know. I'm looking at a timeline right now. So July. So is July of 2024 is when June and July of 2024 is when Spider-Man took place. So Hawkeye takes place December of 2024. But when does No Way Home take place? Right after, right? So then Spider-Man would be before. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Huh?
So Spider-Man No Way Home, if it takes place right after the original, would take place in July, August of 2024.
Yeah, okay.
And then Hawkeye takes place that year's December.
Yes.
So yeah, it makes sense that Hawkeye would be after Spider-Man then.
Yeah.
So then Doctor Strange can't really change the world too much, can he? Or is Hawkeye, are they living in a different world? Is that why we have Vincent D'Onofrio in that world?
I think, honestly, Ant, I think, well, because Netflix series definitely had like the connection between.
It's not canon. It's not canon.
Netflix not canon.
Not canon.
Okay.
They're bringing in the characters, not the storylines.
So start all over with the character. That's fine. I'm okay with that as long as it's the same actor.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure the Kingpin has been like, but the way they make it sound like Kingpin has definitely been around for a while or something like that. Because
it sounds like he's been around since Clint was being Ronin.
Yeah.
He might have been. He might have been around the last 5 years. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Actually, that's a great easy way to have him rise to power. Is right after the snap happened. That's when he rose to power.
Wow. Yeah.
And guess what? Yeah. Guess who the snap took out? Vanessa.
Oh, Vanessa. Oh, gosh. Yes.
Devin, I have to thoroughly disagree with your comment. Shang-Chi was great.
Yeah, Shang-Chi was a great movie. Great Marvel movie. I totally disagree with that, too. Mandarin was the best part of that movie, though. I do agree with that, too. I think his character was amazing. But I also think that...
no, he's saying the actor... Mandarin guy. He's saying the Ben Kingsley.
Yeah. Kevin.
Oh, that was the best part. No. Like he was funny though in the movie though, but I won't say the best part. I think the main guy, the villain, he definitely had a great story arc. But no, I totally disagree. Shang-Chi was a great movie. One of the better Marvel origin movies, I think. So totally disagree with that statement.
It's crazy. Like this timeline I'm on Marvel Cinematic Universe.fandom.com. Dude, the people that put this thing together are so ridiculous. Like they even like Wikipedia at the bottom and put references to how they know the date. Like if the character was looking at a newspaper, they like zoom in on the freaking date, like to figure out like when to put it in the timeline.
There's like fans, and then there's super fans, and I guess there's super duper fans, and those are those super duper fans.
Yeah, these are the online investigators. Is Chris? Is Chris John Cena or what's his name, or Dave Bautista from Drax? I think Chris is Drax. If he's moving so slow, you can't see him. Oh, and
there you go. Can't see me, man. I really can't see Chris right now. Hopefully, it'll pop right back on. Come on, Chris.
But I'm excited. I'm excited for the future.
This is I'll be honest to you, Ant. I haven't been really excited for Marvel at all this past year. I think everything they put out.
It's just when you were out, they go and they drag you back in.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
All right.
What's up, Drax? You moved. You were so slow that we didn't even see you.
All right. Can you all see me, right? Working.
I see you. Yeah.
Okay. Jesus, that was terrible. All right. Let's move on to our final thoughts. What was going to happen in Spider-Man: No Way Home? Last minute predictions.
I think we're definitely going to see Matt Murdock.
Okay.
I definitely think we're going to see Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire as their Spider-Man parts, and I think there's going to be a big death. Somebody's going to die. Somebody major is going to die. Now, I'm not sure who it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be...
Oh, Toby.
Toby? Or is it going to be MJ? Or is it going to be like one of the... But I think a major character is going to die. And I think it's going to be like... It's going to definitely be kind of somber ending. That's what I think. Like, he's going to patch things up, but I think it's going to be... And I think it also it's going to be the whole... With great,
Great power comes...
Great responsibility.
Yeah,
it's gonna teach him a lesson about like how to be more protective of his identity, be more protective of the people he loves, and all that stuff, and be also aware of the villains.
How many Aunt May's hot jokes are there going to be?
A lot. No.
Come on, you know what like Willem Dafoe sees her, it's just like that's Aunt May. What? Like what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to do this as easy as I can. I know things. I saw things this morning that Sony quickly took down. Thank God. I'm not spoiling anything. I'm not spoiling anything. So I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just going to... I will say the part that I saw.
Can you hear Chris?
I can't hear Chris.
Me neither.
Can you see me?
Yes. I can see you, but you're frozen. Oh, there we go. Now you're back.
Okay.
I'm back.
What's going on your internet out there?
I have no idea. So, what was the last thing you heard me say?
You're saying that you saw a scene from Sony, and they took it down, but it was something like I don't know. I didn't get to the next part, or you didn't get.
Okay, so the tone is a lot darker than what we think it is.
That's what I heard.
The tone of the movie is a lot darker than what we think it is.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. It's really, they say it's really funny, but a very dark movie too as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much all I say about it. With the part I saw, it looks great. It looks awesome. Can't wait to watch it tomorrow. I will be doing a review for it tomorrow. No spoilers. Not even do any hints or anything. I will not say the fact that I became a Nickelback fan right afterwards or anything like that. No, I will not say anything. But you'll get my immediate reaction, and I'll go in depth afterwards. But some people are calling it the best superhero movie of all time.
Really?
Yes.
I think it's definitely close to Infinity Wars when it comes to a big spectacle movie. Like it's going to be very, very close to that. I think it's going to be one of those movies where like they pulled this off, which is really hard to pull off. Here's my
they're calling it the Spider-Man Endgame. That's what they're calling it.
Here's another question, actually, or another prediction. Do you think we're going to see? What's the chance we're going to see Mephisto? Or Mephisto's really a big part of.
Dude, at this point, I just don't want them to put Mephisto in there. So every single like new show or movie says that Mephisto's gonna be in it.
That's a running
Is,
joke.
is Mephisto in it?
And I think Mephisto's gonna be this one. Oh, definitely, it's Mephisto behind all this. Yeah, it's
Just-
like running.
Just to let you
running
gentlemen
joke.
know, I just got the word from my sources. In Chris's source, Wario 64. You guys can play Mortal Kombat 11 after the show if you want to on Game Pass.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, I have Mortal Kombat 11, and
Well,
all the DLC characters, so I don't need to.
I'm laughing at you for spending real money on it.
On the PS4.
Oh well, now
But-
you can play it in true 4K on the Series X.
You can do that anyway on the freaking PS5. They give you a free upgrade.
But
But
PS5.
I'm just saying, if you did. Also, as well, the very last end credit scene is a trailer for the Doctor Strange 2. So
Really?
yes,
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Full trailer or teaser?
it is a trailer that has a character return. I will say that. I did not see the trailer myself.
Well,
but that's-
explain to me character return.
I can't without actually watching it myself.
Like Rachel McAdams? I mean, like what do we mean like a character return?
Yeah, return from the dead.
A character returning. That's literally.
I mean, it could be Wanda.
I read the headline and I was like, oh, okay, interesting, and moved on. I saw the video, saw the link, and I was like, not gonna click you, and just moved on.
It could be. No, I mean, I don't know. Wanda does not have to return. She's so brown. I mean, main character from the dead.
I don't know. We'll see. Be sure to look out for it at the end credit scene of Spider-Man No Way Home. There could be two. There could be only one. We don't know.
Oh,
Could be three.
I feel like people don't do it. People nowadays should learn to always stick around to the end of the movie, man. Always.
Oh, people were walking out in the Ghostbusters. I was like, I'm sitting my butt right here.
Bro,
I don't care.
the end of Ghostbusters. Wow. I love it.
Oh yeah, man, you got the sex appeal at the end.
Exactly. Who has the money too, man? He has the money, man.
Yeah.
And the sex appeal. So
He has both.
All right, so No Time to Die in review. I've reviewed this movie already. I love the movie. It's a great send off to Daniel Craig. Now, you guys' turn.
All right, who you or me, Ant?
I'll go. So I enjoyed the movie. Let me just start off by saying that I thought it was a good movie. It was very like an homage to the old Bonds, the 60s Bonds. You had your, I don't want to call him a cheesy villain, but it was like the villain with his own island. Like even like the like he had plants and stuff. It was very like to me that's like very like 60s like Bond. Like
Evil.
yeah, and so it was a little weird in that sense. I don't know about you guys, but it just like the whole Bond and Madeline relationship is so weird to me. She seems like a kid, and he seems so old.
I can see it though. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I guess I didn't see it that way. For me, I didn't see it that way. I don't know, but I
mean, what's his 5-year plan? Don't die. I mean,
my biggest thing with that though is like I don't know why. To me, I always liked the original, like the Casino Royale, because he fell in love with Vesper, and it kind of got that understanding. Like, and then the reason like Vesper kind of like betrayed him, so that's why he never falls in love with anybody. He's just a womanizer because of that. Because he realized like in this game you can't have any emotional attachment to anything. It's just weird seeing he has so much emotional attachment in this movie. I felt like kind of weird with that because it's not like really his character. And I think the only thing that bothered me. Now I get it's a send off to his character. I understand that, and I think Daniel Craig's run for James Bond movies has been probably the best. If you know,
I would agree with that.
What's the 5 movies he made?
I mean, you think the missiles at the end killed him though? I think he survived that.
Yeah, dude. I mean, Jesus Christ. He's dead.
I didn't see. Hey, I didn't see a body. I didn't see a body. That's all I can say is I didn't see a body.
It's literally if you bring him back after that, I mean, that's like jumping the shark right there. That's that's a little bit too much. But yeah, it's five Daniel Craig James Bond movies, right?
Casino, Quantum, Skyfall,
Spectre.
Spectre, and No Time to Die.
So 5.
Yeah.
5.
But yeah, it kind of almost rivals like Sean Connery's. I think because Sean Connery had some great. I think his 5 was great too. Like it was Doctor No.
Didn't he do more than 5,
He
Connery?
did more than 5, but his first 5 I think was before he got taken over. First 5 I think was Doctor No, From Russia with Love, Thunderball, Goldfinger, and then You Only Live Twice. And I thought those movies rival. Like that's a great run for him, man. Because even like Roger Moore's movies got a little bit cheesy. I feel Roger Moore's movies got a little cheesy. Pierce Brosnan's movies were like I didn't really care so much. And then you had what was it? I forgot the other Bond or whatever. But anyway, I think his run definitely almost equally as good as Sean Connery. Yeah. But okay, so like my biggest problem with the movie though, I think it's a great movie, really good action scenes. But I agree with I thought Rami Malek did a good job with the character. I have so many questions about the character though. So number one, okay, so we know that Mr. White, who was with Spectre, killed his whole family, right?
Yeah.
So he survived, right? And now he's all out for revenge against Spectre, right? Mm-hmm. How do you acquire all this wealth? Because it takes a lot of money to acquire a whole island to your own and to build like a what was a nuclear
factory? Is nuclear factory utopia kind of a thing.
Yeah, a nuclear factory utopia and its own island. How do you acquire all that money? He has his own freaking people work for him. He has his own military guys. How do you acquire all that money? Like, and also you would think though, if let's say for instance, like his family gained all his family's wealth, they were really wealthy, and he gained that wealth. Why wouldn't Mr. White, who was Varro Spectre, have him killed too? Because knowing that he might come back and try to get revenge on them, why wouldn't he want him killed? That character thing didn't make sense to me because I feel like, for me, like seeing a guy gain that much power and then going after Spectre, it makes no sense to me. Like it would have been something they would have took care of, considering that the guy has his own freaking island, and his own nuclear plant, and he has his own people, like
Well,
military guys.
Do we know that the fact that the family owned the island or not when they were a child?
Possibly. I mean, yeah, possibly. But I still think though, if that knowledge was there, like if let's say for instance, like he had his whole family killed and he's a surviving guy, they would have had him killed too because the Spectre. They were like literally they would have had him killed before any of that.
I mean, but like we could say the same thing for a lot of movies and television shows that like have the lone survivor come up from the ashes of their family's dead ones and then avenge like their deaths. Was it Elektra that way? Wasn't like Bruce Wayne that way?
I think I have no problem with him getting revenge. I think the fact that he literally had a whole island and everything about it, like literally it would take millions and millions and millions of dollars to even do this, and just I don't like.
He's the evil Bruce Wayne. He just wants to be a little tidier.
Yeah, I just feel like every other Bond movie seemed very realistic. The villains, for the most part, like you had Le Chiffre, who was like Le Chiffre was part of Spectre,
who wanted to steal money, and so he can like freaking for his gambling habits because he doesn't know how to gamble.
He gambles, but he also he sponsored terrorism and all that, and that's how he gained his money from stocks and all that. He seemed very believable. I mean, what was it? Silva was pretty, because he was a former 07 was the agent for so I can see certain characters. I just felt
the Tomorrow Never Dies guy. Oh, let's harvest all the water.
Oh no! Oh, that guy? Oh, you mean Quantum of Solace?
Yeah. Let's harvest all the water. Let's take away their greatest resource.
Though.
I think Quantum of Solace is definitely the weakest of the bunch too. I will say that. Not saying this is a bad movie. I think the actress is good. I think what's her name? The girls from Nights Out, Almas, who played Palmora.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, she's a scene stealer in that movie. I thought. I mean, not just the way he looked, but she literally stole. I thought she was great in that role and all. I kind of want to see more of her, that character and all that. So she did great in that role and all that. But like I said, it wasn't my favorite. I definitely say Casino Royale is definitely the best one of the bunch, hands down.
Oh yeah.
Then I would say Skyfall, and then I like Spectre too. I actually like Spectre, and then I would say then No Time to Die, and then probably the worst is Quantum of Solace. Definitely that's what I think. But overall, though, I definitely think it was a great run for Daniel Craig. He had a great run. It's going to be a big shoes to fill for his character, so we'll see where they go from there. But yeah, very good run.
What did you guys think of that one shot?
Oh,
really
awesome.
cool. Yeah, that's very
Second
good.
time I saw it.
But that's what I'm saying though. I think the action scenes in this movie is really good. But they always do. I actually even like the director because he has a lot of really cool visuals and scenes. His camera work is great. So yeah, it definitely has some cool action scenes and all that stuff, and great one shot. So I also love his little one liner he had. Like he would say, "Oh, I showed him his watch and it blew his mind." So.
Showed me to watch. It completely blew his mind. He actually, this is his first big movie. I want to say, yeah.
He did. Didn't he directed True Detective season 1? I could be wrong.
He did.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Let me double check.
So,
he was a producer of that. Did he direct? No, he did direct 8 episodes of True Detective. Yeah.
Season 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great one shot right there. Episode, I think it was episode 4, man, of True Detective. Oh man, that was a great one shot. So
he also directed Maniac and No Time to Die.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. All right, moving on to recap the Game Awards. What did we think? Did we like it? Did we enjoy it? Did we think it was too long? How other people were feeling?
I would say it's a little bit too long.
Definitely too long.
Yeah. I know it's I know it's something where world premieres and all that, but way too much world premiere. It felt a little bit too much. I wish don't get me wrong, there's some stuff that really stand out. I thought the couple movie trailers stood out. The Sonic 2 and Halo really stood out. I think Star Wars Eclipse stood out. I know that I'm probably missing a couple other
Hellblade.
Yeah, Hellblade.
Hellblade 2, Horizon, Zero Dawn's extended trailer, that was good.
Yeah. A Plague Tale.
Yeah, Plague Tale, that was very good.
Yeah. I thought there were too many shooters, though. Way too many shooters. Too many games that look kind of very similar.
That's the video game industry. Welcome, Pete.
I know. Yeah. It's oversaturated, man. Really oversaturated.
But that's what sells. So that's what they go with. Unfortunately.
Yeah, but to me though, it's I don't know. Maybe a lot of gamers buy these games and think they're interested.
They do.
They do. I don't know. For me, I have no. There's tons of games that announced, and a lot of them I'm not interested at all. I'm just kind of the same game. Why play a game that looks very similar to another game? It just doesn't really do anything for me, to be honest.
I think they need to focus a little bit more on the awards. I felt like a lot of the awards felt like afterthoughts.
Yeah. Or rushing through them to the next world premiere.
Yeah, I think world premiere needs to be used when there's actually a world premiere, not just a new trailer for a game we've seen 100 times.
Yeah.
I do think that waters down the whole world premiere. So when he first announced it, he said there's 40 to 50 world premieres. Well, that wasn't even true. He said later in the article that 10 were never before seen. So to me, that's 10 world premieres and 30 or 40 new videos or new trailers. That's the way that he should say it, not world premieres. I get it; it's premiering on his stage, but let's be honest. You're kind of overusing the term there.
Yeah, it gets to the point where it literally becomes so cliche. It becomes okay. So
the thing is every trailer is a world premiere. Then but how am I going to get excited now? Because after I just heard the word like the world premiere 30 times, it's not long. Like if you kept it to just new stuff, then once they said world premiere, then we'd be like, oh, okay, something's coming.
I'm
Let's
surprised he's
let
not a
me get
voice
ready.
after that, man. I'm surprised he's not a voice after all the world premieres he had to do.
Oh, I have my voice just fine. It's just world premiere.
So in 2019 at the Video Game Awards, that was the one where they showed off the Series X. What was the big reveal last year?
I can't remember. I can't really remember. I know we did it too, right? We reviewed it and all that.
Yeah, we did review it. I don't last year.
Because I gotta say, like
Was
a
it
new
Halo?
console. What was that?
Did it show Halo?
2020 PGA World Premieres.
Because I remember the VGAs like being the fact that that's where Last of Us Part 2 got announced, and that blew my freaking mind.
The Last of Us Part 2 was the winner.
Yep.
I'm trying to see what they announced last year to see. Okay, so they announced Loop Hero, Sea of Solitude, Director's Cut, Shady Part of Me, Near Replicant, the remake, Century Age of Ash. Oh, Perfect Dark was a big one. They did last year.
That was a big one. Yeah.
Back for Blood reveal. The Callisto Protocol. Where's that at? Don't even see that anymore. Open Road, Dragon Age. What was that?
Isn't that the horror one, the Callisto Protocol?
Yeah, but they didn't show anything of it this year.
That. Yeah, I remember.
Endless Dungeon, Crimson Desert, Season, Arc 2, Fist, Elite Dangerous, Evil Dead, the game, Returnal, that was a good one. Outriders, that was a good one. It Takes Two reveal trailer.
That was a good one, man.
Yeah, that was another good one. Monster Hunter Rise. All right. Okay, now that was it. But I would have to say though, they also did Sephiroth in Smash reveal.
Okay. That was cool.
So everybody was kind of on their game, right? We had Returnal from Sony, we had Perfect Dark from Microsoft, we had Sephiroth coming to Smash. Yeah. So like I feel like everybody was more on their game this year. I mean, we had the Star Wars game, yeah, but like what was even from Xbox, like yes, we got Hellblade, that was cool, but we already knew Hellblade was coming. 2 years ago, we knew Hellblade was coming. Like nothing new from Xbox.
But it was like that gameplay demo of it being shown on like, hey, yeah, this is actual gameplay.
It's funny because people online still don't believe it's actual gameplay. And in the creative director like came out, they're like, no, that's gameplay. There's no gimmicks. There's no tricks. That's actual gameplay.
You know, it's funny though. So I never played Hellblade, the first one, right? And I was talking to Anna, saying like, that game actually interests me. Like that game.
Talking to who?
To you.
Oh.
I'm trying to say, like literally, talking to Chris, saying, Chris, hey, I was talking to Ann and telling him that, and actually that game stood out to me. I'm like, oh wow, that game looks really good. That game, looks like
go play the original. It's really good.
It looks like a gaming experience. That's what it looked like.
And make sure you're wearing a headset. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you said that too. Yeah, so but it definitely a gaming experience and all. But I just felt like that's the only thing. Like it just like. It's almost oversaturated to the point where like nothing stands out. There's certain things stand out, but not everything stands out because you're watching one after the other, and you're just kind of like, okay, when is this going to end? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
That thing is, like I said, I think it's great for video games. This is awesome for video game players, for enthusiasts and all that. And I think it's cool that they have such a good relationship with all these video game companies. Jeff Keighley does, where they can do this. I just think he needs to be more choosy of what he's revealing and what he's not. You know what I'm saying? More
instead of grabbing everything that is like, oh, you want to show your game off? Oh, come on in.
Exactly. Exactly. You can. I mean, and that's what we have. Like what was it, Nintendo Directs and other things. We can do that throughout the year if they wanted to. They can.
I'll be honest with you though. Like I feel like 2 hours with a half an hour pre-show is the sweet spot. Like I feel like 3 hours with the half an hour pre-show is an hour too long.
Yeah, we were like hurting by the end of that. I feel
Yeah,
like
I was just like, okay, let's go.
Was it 3 or was it 3.5? I thought it was like 3.5.
yeah.
Well, it was 3.5 including the pre-show. The pre-show was 7:30 to 8.
So yeah,
Okay.
we're doing it from 7 to 11. So
Yeah, we did it for 4 hours. We did it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
we did
hurting by
it
the end,
before.
dude.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Stick it at 2.5, 2.5 max. Oof. But yeah.
We appreciate Jeff Keighley for giving us those, making us official co-streamers, and we do appreciate his shows and all that stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
I think this is just constructive criticism. Just I don't think he's watching us, but if he does, he is. Constructive criticism. Try to make it like less, less is more kind of thing, So
I think it would be cool to have like mini like not have like developers come up and show their stuff, but like it would be cool to see like Phil Spencer come up and like maybe show like these are like here's a little reel of what we have coming to Xbox like in the first half of the year. Then Jim Ryan could come up do his PlayStation one. Then Nintendo's guy could come up and do his. Now I got something about the Nintendo that I thought was weird. So Reggie was advertised to be at the show. Doug Bowser, who is the current president of Nintendo, came up to accept his award, was not advertised to being at the show. Isn't that a little weird?
Yeah, that's bad. And it's funny too. I would have, like, you're right. I think he should have a presenter. Like, he should have presented something from Nintendo or whatever instead of, like, accepting the award because it seems so weird.
I'll be honest with you, Pete. Like, I know you're a big-time Nintendo guy, but what are they doing, man? Like what Nintendo game are you excited for right now, Pete, besides Breath of the Wild 2, which is the obvious one?
Well, I'm excited to play Metroid Dread when I get it.
Okay, so you're excited to play Metroid Dread. When was the last 2D Metroid you beat?
The funny thing about
you're a huge fan. Anyways, moving on.
You're more the Metro guy than me. You've played all the Metro games.
I am.
You should be really excited for that game.
I'll play it.
You know what, though, Ed? Here's a question. Am I excited for any game? I'm not excited for any game right now.
I bet you're excited to play Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. I mean, eventually, yeah, I am excited to play that. But
you should play. Now, I do wish it had co-op in it, but you should play the Halo campaign. It's really good.
Okay, so I'm going to put it to you this way about myself as a gamer, or some of a gamer. I got so many games to play that I guess I don't see myself being excited for the next game coming up. I'm more about, like, let me play the games I haven't played yet. And that's kind of how I look at gaming right now. Or, for instance, like I'll play a lot of one game I'll play a lot of. Like I play a lot of Rocket League. That's kind of how I go.
One thing I love about the gaming medium is that stuff doesn't feel dated as quick as it does in other.
Oh no, not at all. And I think that's
that's one thing that's great. Like you could go back and play a 10-year-old game, and it's still great to this day.
So, question about it. So speaking of games I've been playing, was it Rise of Tomb Raider? How old is that game?
6 years? No.
It's rather new.
Is it?
Not that old. No, 6 years. Chris was right.
Yeah.
Because I'm like playing that game and I'm like, wow, this is a great game, dude. It's a fun, good game and all that. And it's like it doesn't feel like dated at all,
Mm-hmm.
So I look at that game and it's like that. Yeah, that's like something where I feel like 6 years later and it still feels. It's crazy though, guys. When you think about it, video games when we grew up, the way it's progressed, you can see like how certain games feel dated from like Nintendo to Super Nintendo or Super Nintendo to N64 to GameCube or PlayStation PS1 to PS2 or you know what I'm saying. And nowadays, I feel like with like how advanced graphics are in game, it's like they don't have that period where like the games age like some games age really well nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Where not like in the past.
Yeah,
some do.
Does that make sense?
Some,
yes.
And the nice thing is they could always go and patch stuff.
Yeah. But, like I said, I enjoy my stuff right now. So I just don't get. I think if I was to look at any game that I'm excited for, I don't know. That's even hard to say, dude. I don't know if there's any game I'm really, really excited for. I guess I'll just wait and see, kind of. What game, what great game can come out. So
I'm excited for the Gunk. You should play it tomorrow, Pete. There you go.
Oh wow, okay. I didn't even know what the Gunk.
There you go. The Gunk for you, sir.
All right, the Gunk.
All right. Our favorite TV shows of 2021. I'll give you top 3. I'm just doing 3. Arcane, number 1. Definitely up there. Definitely my favorite show of the year. Watched it twice now. And then I'll go with Invincible because that came out in last January.
They came out? Okay.
And then I'll throw in, I would say Hawkeye because, this is pretty exciting shit that's going on right now.
Yeah.
But, you know what? We'll throw in Hawkeye. I'll throw in Hawkeye.
Okay. Who's next?
Pete, did season 3 of Cobra Kai come out this year?
No.
Or was that previous year?
I think it was last year. Yeah, I think I want to say last year. Because if it was that, I would definitely put that up there.
All right, so my top 3 from what I've seen. So I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah,
that little
exactly.
the little piece of of knowledge there, just so people aren't like this was better, that was better.
Yeah.
No, this is what I've seen. I'm gonna say Only Murders in the Building would be the best.
I heard
show
it's a really good show
I've seen. Then I would say Hawkeye, which Hawkeye might be better if they stick the landing. So that could go the either way on that one. And then I'm gonna go with my final one as I'm gonna go with the Wu-Tang show. I really like that show. So the second season.
All right. Well, so I'll agree with you. Invincible, Chris, came out this year. That was amazing. If anybody has not watched Invincible, go watch it. Definitely one of the better anime shows series I've watched. Then I will go with I have to go with Hawkeye right now so far because I think, and I feel they are going to stick the landing because I don't see how they're going to screw that up. And
I would say the same about some other shows, but here we are.
Yeah, I'll play Hawkeye, and you know what? Since I haven't really watched it, I'll go AEW, man. AEW Dynamite. That's a TV show. There you go. That's like the.
There you go, Pete.
There you go. I'll say that AEW Dynamite. You know what? We missed a Bad Batch. You know that? Bad Batch.
I wouldn't put it in my top 3.
Yeah. Not top 3.
So I want to watch one TV show that we haven't talked about, and I don't think none of us has watched, but I kind of I'm actually hear so much good things about it. Succession. I've heard Succession is excellent TV show.
I've heard that as well.
Yeah, I've heard it as well.
And I've heard I guess the last episode or whatever the season finale was. I mean, it was crazy or something. Really awesome. So yes, I probably if I seen Succession, I'd probably be saying the same thing, but I did not. So.
How about Squid Game, gentlemen?
I didn't watch Squid Game, so I don't know, but I've heard good things about that too.
It's good, but it's not something it didn't grab me like Arcane grabbed me. Arcane grabbed me, and it was like, holy shit, this is cool. This is awesome.
Arcane, it's one of the best reviewed series too. I think literally got 10.
I think Squid Game is just a pop culture phenomenon. I don't think it's actually.
Wait a minute. Did Castlevania come out this year? Castlevania season?
No, I think that was last year.
I thought it came out.
Oh, it might have.
July. I thought it came out in July.
Oh, it could have.
No, I think it did come out in July. And you know what? I actually will change my mind. I actually will put since Hawkeye is not over yet, it probably will be my top guy thing. But if Yeah, let me double check that.
All right, Netflix Castlevania. Netflix.
Yeah, it came out April. Yeah, so let me change that actually. Hawkeye, since it's not over season episode 6, because I don't know how it's gonna finish. It will be top 3, but because it's not, I had to put Castlevania season 4. That was amazing.
There you go.
So yeah, I'll keep that, and I'll keep
Well, there you
AEW Dynamite because that is a great show too. So, but yeah,
Favorite movie of 2021: Ghostbusters Afterlife. For me, No Time to Die. A Quiet Place Part 2.
I'm gonna go with The Harder They Fall. Let's see what else. What else came out this year, guys? Help me out here.
Shang-Chi, Dune, A Quiet Place 2. I mean, Ghostbusters Afterlife.
King Richard, Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yeah.
We're gonna go Harder They Fall, Ghostbusters Afterlife, and Shang-Chi. I think will be my top 3.
Mm.
No, you know what? I'm putting Dune over Shang-Chi.
Ooh, look at you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go Dune. I'm gonna go Harder They Fall and Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Okay.
Okay.
I could probably do a top 10 of this, though, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ghostbusters Afterlife, then Dune, then Shang-Chi. That's what.
Oh,
what?
Crap!
What?
What did I say? No, I said. All right, take out No Time to Die. Add in Free Guy.
Free Guy was good, but I wouldn't put it in my top. Oh, I forgot Fast 9, guys. Can we do this again? You guys are awesome.
I'll be honest. A Quiet Place 2 though was very good. Also, it's almost up there too. But I think honestly, well, Ghostbusters Afterlife, just because it got the Ghostbuster franchise right now, and I love that whole like Phoebe and everything else is so good. And I think Dune honestly needs to get a lot of props just because you take a movie franchise like the original movie that sucked and make the same thing but do it so much better. And it's a project that I feel is very tough to do, but he nailed that. You
guys didn't like Jungle Cruise?
I wouldn't put it in my
top
top 3, man.
Top 10, sure.
You didn't like the little things?
I would not put that in my top 3.
You didn't like Cry Macho?
No.
Fuck no.
No, I didn't want to put it in top 3. No.
Army of Thieves?
No. Not even
Army of Thieves?
Yeah, Army of Thieves came out in October on Netflix.
I'm just looking at like what the
prequel to Army of Dead.
Those Who Wish Me Dead was good, but that'd be in my top 10 probably.
Red Notice, no. I mean,
no, not Red Notice.
Yeah.
How about the 3 worst movies of the year?
3 worst movies of the year. Oof.
Space Jam.
Well, I didn't watch
Tom and Jerry.
Home Sweet Home Alone.
I didn't mind that movie.
Oh. Worst. Well, I didn't buy it, so. I don't know.
The Tomorrow War?
No, that wasn't terrible.
Wasn't that bad?
No, it wasn't that bad.
The Many Saints of Newark. There you go.
Very disappointing. I don't want to say terrible, but very disappointing.
Mortal Kombat. There's another disappointing movie.
Disappointing movie, yes. Mortal Kombat, definitely a disappointing movie. Hands down.
Definitely a few of them.
Like, I wouldn't say bad, but disappointing. Like, I had high expectations for the movies. And
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yes.
He gave it the parent. He gave it the dad talk.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. It's like, I'm not mad at you, but I'm just very disappointed. I think that's
The Ice Road. That is definitely one for me.
Which one?
I never finished watching, or I never even started watching it, so I couldn't finish it. But yeah, I never.
The Ice Road. Chaos Walking. That's another one. Whew.
trying to say
Outside the Wire. That's another one. Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I'm trying to see all the movies that came out this year that were. Yeah, I'm sticking with my list, man. It's definitely there's nothing that stands out to me that really. Yep.
All right, we're moving on to the best games of 2021 so far. But there's no game releasing.
So I'm
Besides
not
tomorrow.
gonna include Halo because I didn't beat it yet. I'm only gonna go with games that I've played enough of. I haven't played enough to put it in there, but I would say my top games of this year was It Takes Two, Psychonauts 2, Forza Horizon 5. Let me see. Death's Door, and I'll give you one more. Echo Generation. Those will be my top 5.
I gotta go through my PlayStation.
I had to throw 2 indies in there for you, Pete.
Thanks.
Just,
No problem, man.
just for you, sir. Just for
Yeah,
you.
thanks. You're so thoughtful.
Again, those were games I played, not all the games that came out. Games I played.
Okay. Games I played. Games I played. Games that we played this year.
Yeah.
Because that
No. Games that released and you played this year.
Okay, but because Little Nightmares is definitely a good game.
Well, Little Nightmares 2 came out this year.
But I didn't play it.
Oh,
I bought it.
okay.
I bought it. Just never played it. Resident Evil Village, Returnal. Didn't finish Ratchet and Clank. Didn't even finish Returnal, but I really liked it.
I was about to say you don't have to necessarily finish the game. I only said that because I feel like I haven't played enough of Halo to give it a honest opinion.
I got you. Ratchet and Clank I'll throw in there as well. Kenna, Bridge of Spirits. Kenna, yeah, definitely.
How about Deathloop?
You know, I couldn't grasp it that well. So maybe if I spend more time with it, I'll grasp it more. But no, not really. Far Cry 6, I definitely put in that list. Mostly because the fact the ending was freaking crazy.
That's exactly what I expect from Giancarlo.
Yeah, the end of that was just freaking crazy. I was not expecting that. But it's an Ubisoft game, and Ubisoft games are kind of like run of the mill. All right, Pete, what's your list?
I mean, okay, so I don't know how many games that I played that came out 2021. I don't know if I played any game that came out 2021. I can't think of anything.
Pete,
so
you got freaking Game Pass, bro.
I'm just letting you know,
dude,
bro.
There was literally 3 games nominated for Game of the Year. You can play right now in Game Pass.
What's that?
It Takes Two, Psychonauts 2, and I know there was one more. What were the 6 that were nominated?
It was Resident Evil Village, Ratchet and Clank, and
maybe it was just 2 of them then. But you could literally play those 2 games.
I'm telling you, I don't think I remember played a game that came out 2021. So what I'm going to go with games that I actually do play a lot. Rocket League, even though it's season 4, so yes, that is an updated game. It's still Rocket League this year. Let's see, Katana Zero. I don't think it came out this year.
I don't think it did either.
No, I don't think it did either. And yeah.
Katana Zero came out in 2019. Oh, at least Pete's within the last 2 years.
And yeah, I don't know. I can't pick any other game. Sorry, guys, I'm not that big of a gamer, I guess. So that's all I got right now. That's all I got for you guys.
All right, no problem. Do we? I know we got our football picks. We'll see if anything got announced or anything came up when we're on live.
I heard Pete loves that I'm in first place again.
Yeah, he does love that, doesn't he?
Wow, get a little salty over here.
Oh, I'm salty. No, I got pissed off because I'm literally like the Bengals were like down, and I'm like it came back in a freaking overtime, and then of course they lose.
Oh man, Pete's invested this year in these picks. I could care less.
Man, I didn't know, dude. I was like, oh man, I'm beating Ant. Okay, that's good. And of course, freaking my picks kill me. Anyway, what? Just leading that game, right, Ant?
One game. Yep, one game.
All right.
First game, Thursday night, tomorrow night, Spider-Man night. You have the Kansas City Chiefs at the Chargers.
We're going Chiefs.
Yeah,
on the road.
Chiefs.
Saturday game, the first Saturday game.
Ooh, Saturday games.
Yes, the Vegas Raiders head over to the dismantled Cleveland Browns because Baker Mayfield and the head coach have COVID, so they will not be.
Oh, is Baker not playing?
He has COVID.
Okay,
Yeah.
well then that changes that definitely changes my opinion on that game.
The Raiders.
Yep,
Raiders.
I'm going the Raiders.
The Raiders.
And then next up, you have the New England Patriots against the Colts.
That could be game of the week right there. I'm going to go Patriots, though, on the road. All road teams so far I'm going.
Yeah, Patriots too.
Patriots as well.
That should be a fun game, though.
Dallas Cowboys destroying the New York Football Giants with Mike Glennon starting the football game. Why is Jake Fromm not playing freaking in the damn games? Jesus, get this guy out of my team, man. Like, at least if Jake Fromm sucks, I could say, hey, we gave him a shot. He's a rookie. He's a young kid. Mike Glennon has sucked for 12 years or however long he's been in the league. I'm done with this, man. Get this guy off my team.
I guess we're going to the Cowboys, right?
Yeah, we're going Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Here's the toilet bowl, guys. Next game's the toilet bowl.
Yep. The Houston Texans at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm going Texans.
I'm going Jacksonville. Because it's home.
You know what? Well, Urban Meyer's having problems over there, too. They have all these issues with Urban Meyer and all that.
Yeah, did he kick a kicker?
Texas or Jacksonville? Texas or Jacksonville?
Both teams 2-11.
Yeah, I'll go with Jacksonville.
All right. Then the Tennessee Titans travel to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Tennessee.
Tennessee,
indeed, because Chase Claypool is going to celebrate.
What an idiot!
His seconds left.
I don't know what you guys are. I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Really? You don't know?
You didn't see that? Like literally.
No, I have no clue what you guys are talking about.
He had first down, right? And so first down, he has seconds left and all that to go to spike the ball and all that. He decides to get first down, do the whole first down pose, like first down. And then the lineman really grabs the ball from him and gets it to the quarterback to get spiked the ball, and they ran out of time. What an idiot!
So
literally,
Pittsburgh was getting their dog shit beat out of them, right?
Yeah.
So and then they came back, and they were back within a touchdown, within 8 points, and they were driving down the field, and literally Chase Claypool just takes a 9-yard gain and 9-yard slant gain, catches the ball, does this little first down, I'm gonna showboat here. And the offensive lineman gets mad at him, runs up to him, steals the ball out of his hands. It was like, here, give me this so we can spike the ball with 9 seconds left to go. So without him celebrating, they had probably Chase Claypool.
I'm looking this up.
Yeah,
it sounds too ridiculous for me to miss out on this.
They had 9 seconds left afterwards, but then it was like if he didn't celebrate, they had 25 to 30 seconds.
I bet Mike Tomlin chewed his ass out, man. He must have.
Oh, he should have.
They said they said that they gave him a pass.
Wow.
Of course they would.
Of course they would, because last year they had Juju dancing on the other team's logo in the middle of the field, and look what happened then.
Yeah.
Because Mike Tomlin allows this kind of behavior.
He shouldn't, though. And the thing is, they respect him too, man. He's a tough guy, dude. They respect his, the players respect him.
Here we go. I'm watching the play right here. Oh my God!
Yeah, yeah, that happened.
And then he gets mad at the center or the
Yeah,
lineman. Wow.
yeah.
Good lord. Dude, wide receivers are the worst sometimes.
Prima donna.
Pittsburgh Steelers wide receivers are the worst.
Good lord. Okay, back to football.
Antonio Brown, Juju's, and now Chase Claypool.
Hines Ward. Don't forget Hines Ward.
And Hines Ward. There you go.
How about Santonio Holmes?
That's pretty
he
quiet.
Was,
I don't mind
yeah,
him.
he wasn't. Yeah, he was pretty quiet.
Or how about it wasn't wasn't your boy who got shot in the foot or whatever?
Yeah,
Wasn't
Plaxico.
Plaxico Burress, yeah, really get shot in the foot, man. Shoot himself in the foot, literally shoot himself in the foot. Oh my goodness!
This guy acts like his team didn't take Plaxico. Get out of here, Pete.
We did take Plaxico. We took Santonio's home too, man.
And Michael Vick.
I forget those days, bro.
Literally, the Jets put they have the bus right outside the jail, ready to go.
I'm trying to forget those days. Actually, I would love to have those days because at least we're winning somewhat. So anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry, Chris.
Speaking of the Jets, they're going against the Miami Dolphins in Miami.
Oh, first home team I'm picking, Miami Dolphins.
Fans.
Miami Dolphins. All right, then you got the Washington football team at the Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm gonna go Eagles.
That's gonna be a tough game, actually.
I'm gonna go with football team.
I'll go Eagles.
Petre.
Eagles.
Then next we got the Arizona Cardinals at the Detroit Lions. Cardinals.
Cardinals.
All right, and then we got the Carolina Panthers at the Buffalo Bills.
We go with the disappointing Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, disappointing Buffaloes.
If they don't pull out.
Oh, dude, if they lose that game, they're just like they're tanking now.
Oh yeah, for sure. But they should because Cam Newton can't freaking stay in the game. Cincinnati Bengals at the Denver Broncos.
Denver.
Cincy.
Okay, they're playing in Denver?
Yep.
Yes.
I'm going to go with Bengals, even though this disappointed me last week. But I'll go with Bengals.
Then the Atlanta Falcons, who is this? 6-7. I'd never thought that. Against the San Francisco 49ers. Go with 49ers.
Yeah, 49ers.
And then the Seattle Seahawks at the dismantled LA Rams. Because seven of their players have COVID.
Still going Rams.
Which players are those? If you don't mind me asking. That kind of changes everything.
One is definitely Odell.
Okay.
Let me look. We actually had a good game.
You did.
Did have a good game. Anthony, do you have it? Because I'm scrolling through.
Let me look.
Let's see here. NFL. Scroll, because it happened last night.
They have 16 total players on the COVID list.
Jesus!
They just added Justin Hollins, Johnny Munt, and Jared Pickney. All 16 players on the list are vaccinated according to the Rams. That means they have a chance to return for Sunday's game with the proper negative tests.
I got it right here. Odell, DB Terrell Burgess, DB Jordan Fuller, DB Tyler Hall, tight end Bryson Hopkins, DB Juju Hughes, tackle Alaric Jackson, nose tackle Sebastian Joseph Day, defensive end Jonah Williams. So pretty much their defense.
Still going Rams.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Rams. Even though,
Seahawks.
All right.
All right, next game. The Green Bay Packers at the Baltimore Ravens.
Packers.
Ooh.
That's
I'm
gonna
going
be
Packers as well. Because is Lamar coming to be back?
Good question.
I don't know, man. They signed. Who did they sign? They signed a quarterback. Josh Johnson or whatever or something like that. I
Josh
forget who.
Johnson. Good lord, he's still playing.
God, that is so long ago.
I know.
Yeah, I want to say it's him. I'm not too
Like
sure.
I want to say Josh Johnson was playing when we still worked at GameStop together.
He was. Oh God.
Could be wrong, but I want to say it was him they signed.
Josh Allen's day to day. Lamar avoids high ankle sprain. Ravens plan to have QB play on Sunday, but we'll see where it goes. So it's possible he may play, but it's possible he may not. But I'm going Packers.
I want Packers.
No.
Yeah.
Packers.
All right, and then the Sunday night game: the New Orleans Saints at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Bucks.
Go Bucks!
Bucks.
Who scared the ever living dog shit out of me last Sunday?
They blew that lead, bro.
I know. Minnesota Vikings at the Chicago Bears.
I go Vikings.
Who you going with, Pete?
Vikings.
Vikings.
Yeah, I'll go Vikings as well.
Oh, what? You're gonna go with the Bears? That's Seth Braun's team, bro.
He hates football though.
Yeah, he's gonna hate football again this Sunday.
That's funny.
All right.
I hope they lose, man, because we have their first pick.
Oh, that's why you're picking him, huh?
Right now we got two top 5 picks. Let's go. Hey, your Jets have like 2 top 10
They do.
picks too.
What you do, man? The Jets and the Giants, man.
Who did you guys trade with to get your top pick?
Seahawks, man. Jamal Adams.
Oh, but Seahawks are getting better, like as the year goes. So you better hope that they beat the Rams. I mean, they don't beat the Rams.
Yeah, I hope so too. We'll see.
All right, we'll see how this week goes.
Do you guys have anything else? Because I have nothing.
I have nothing. It was a fun year, guys. Fun year.
It's been a fun year. It's been a very fun year.
Yeah, it's. I think honestly, the entertainment side it started off pretty slow, but it's definitely going to get. It looks. I'm looking forward to 2022 and the movies and TV shows are going to come out. Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a better year when it comes to entertainment. I think this year, like I said, started off slow. Definitely built. Last few months have been pretty damn good. So, yes, I'm definitely excited for that. So,
Yes, that's for sure.
I'm excited to see Spider-Man this weekend.
Me too.
oh, very excited, dude. I'll be honest though, too. Like that's the one thing about this last couple years. Like ever since before COVID, I was all like Endgame and everything. I was very excited to watch that in the theaters and all that. But nothing really has excited me when it comes to movies except for this one. This movie really, Ghostbusters excited me too. I actually had hopes for Ghostbusters, but this I'm really pumped to see just because. Yeah, we didn't know what's going to happen. I think our expectations pretty high, and
The crazy thing about Ghostbusters is, like, I didn't really have my expectations high, but it totally blew away any expectations I had of it.
Yeah.
yes.
So,
And it's like you're looking forward to having another movie. Like you're looking forward to making another movie. I think
yeah,
that's
exactly.
what. Yeah. So, it's almost like a franchise builder. It really, or revitalize the whole franchise. So,
Definitely.
oh, you know what? And we also have in the next couple of weeks we have Cobra Kai, and
Book of Boba,
Book of Boba.
2 weeks from today.
Yeah, 2
Oh,
weeks from today. And then 1 week from today is The Matrix.
And the last episode of Hawkeye.
Mhm.
Matrix. It's funny. I was getting my haircut from Jared Lee, and he was saying how like a couple people were saying, I don't know if that's going to be good. Do you think it's going to be good or not?
The
You guys
Matrix?
watch the next one, Matrix movie.
I mean, from going from the last 2 movies and then coming to this one, I don't have high hopes for it, but I think that's going to help it in my view of it after it's said and done. Because I think it's like the fact that my expectations are down here, that even if it's above average good, I'm gonna think it's really good.
The last trailer sold it for me, so I will say that.
I don't
I
think
think it's gonna
it's.
be good.
I think, of course, the first one's always going to be the best, but I think that this movie it's gonna go back to its roots and not going to be as good as the first, but definitely might be somewhat up to par from the first one. I think it will, definitely exceed Matrix Reloaded and was a Revolution. I think it might,
Revolutions.
yeah, it might see those movies as the better Matrix movie. So that's what I think. But
Okay.
it definitely is a fine line. I think it could go either way. It could be really good or it could be really trash. So
All right.
yeah, that's what I think.
Okay. All right. Well, gentlemen, it's been a fun year.
Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a fun year as well. Can't
Yeah.
forget you, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate everything you guys do as far as commenting, sharing, and all that good stuff. Keeping up with our shenanigans. Um, we'll be back next year. We'll be reviewing. I'm sure we're going to be reviewing Spider-Man.
Yeah, we'll be talking about Spider-Man for sure. We'll be talking about the first 2 episodes of Book of Boba.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure we'll be talking.
Last episode of Hawkeye.
Yeah,
as well.
I'll give you a more in-depth take of the Halo campaign. I will also talk about the gunk because I'll have that beat before then.
Wait. You're not waiting.
I'm
sir,
not.
Until
I'm not.
okay.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, Chris. You're gonna really dig the opening cinematic if you
Okay.
haven't already tried it. Like it's
I've not tried
good.
it because I was like, oh, he's waiting for his co-op. I'll just go ahead and just take my time.
I fell victim to reading everybody playing it and saying how good it was, so I was just like, you know what, whatever, dude. I'll just play it and then I'll replay it when it comes out in co-op. Yeah, the opening cinematic is freaking phenomenal. Like you're gonna you're gonna be like, man, they really like went the extra mile for that like opening cinematic. It's really good.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
Are we talking about the gunk?
no,
No.
Halo Infinite.
Oh, Halo. Okay.
Yeah, and then it's pretty awesome how it's open world and really you could kind of do whatever you want. Like so basically you start out in it like you do the opening cinematic. There's like a kind of a tutorial level. Then there like you start out underground. Then once you get above like on top of the Halo,
Mhm.
like it's literally the game's like opened up. You can go wherever you want, do whatever you want. Like it's definitely interesting. Not there's no like linear progression at that point. Like you do have like this is the story mission, but
Right.
there's so much side stuff you can do that you don't have to do that. And then you could unlock like stuff for multiplayer, and you could unlock like other stuff in the game that'll help you. Like you can go basically. They have distress signals for other Marines, so you can go and save them, and then like you can have them in your party, and they'll like follow
Right.
you around and help you out. So
That'd be pretty cool.
yeah, it's definitely different for Halo, but it feels like it's the next like natural progression of where the series should go. So I'm digging it. But yeah, so I'll talk more in depth about that once I get a little bit more under my belt. I'll be talking about the gunk. Trying to think of like any other TV shows or movies. We'll definitely be reviewing Matrix, Cobra Kai, but that's the end of January, isn't it?
No, it's the end of December.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it's the end of December.
And we're gonna I'm pretty sure we'll binge watch it, probably the whole thing.
oh yeah, I'll probably watch that one day. Easy, easy.
Also, Stranger Things comes out next year.
Yeah, but no, who knows when? It's not
Yeah.
January. Ozark comes out in January, though. I'm excited about that one.
Okay. Of course, of course, we have other Marvel and Star Wars stuff coming out next year too, as well, like TV shows and stuff.
Not
like
the only thing we have a date for is movies for Marvel. No Star Wars dates.
No Star Wars dates whatsoever.
How about TV shows?
Nothing.
Nope.
Mandalorian 3 is just next year. We don't know, or even like we don't know.
Well, I'm pretty sure that
we just don't know because freaking Pedro Pascal is like in everything now because he's in a movie with Nicolas Cage. The trailer dropped yesterday, and I was like, "Why is he in this movie? Does he have other things he needs to film right now?" But whatever.
Oh, the movie where Nicolas Cage is playing Nicolas Cage?
Yes, it is freaking hilarious.
I haven't watched the trailer. I'll have to give it a watch.
Yeah, you know what's funny though? I always like Pedro Pascal. Like ever since I've seen him in Game of Thrones as a Red Viper, and I'm glad he's getting more movie roles and TV shows because I think he's a very good actor. So I'm glad he's getting some love now. So maybe oversaturated, hopefully not oversaturated, but good to see that he's getting some stuff, some work out there. But
I'll show you one clip.
Okay. I'm down, yeah. Nick
They're
Cage.
coming! Grab my hand. You're heavier than you look. I have a very big head. You go! I'll never forget you, Habs. Mr. Cage? It turns out we could have just walked around. Wow, you're so.
Is that Netflix?
No, that's in theaters.
Okay.
Oh, are you guys gonna watch what was it? Don't Look Up or whatever?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'll watch that.
Watch that as well.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
So
There'll be a lot of stuff to review from when we get back.
Week, man. Busy. Next couple of weeks, man. When it comes to entertainment, so
we'll be back on January 5th.
January 5th, 2 weeks off, man. All right.
Is Disney releasing anything on Christmas?
I don't know. That's a good question, man.
No idea.
Did any of their whatchamacallit? Like their Pixar movies or their Disney animated movies?
Oh, and Encanto comes out.
Oh, that's right. Encanto comes out Christmas. Okay, I'll be watching that too. And Ron Goes Wrong is on Disney Plus today as well. So
that animated movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
It got good reviews too. So check it out.
Yeah, Encanto got good. Enchanto, whatever, it got good reviews too, right?
Yep.
All right. Cool.
All right. I'll catch you boys later. Catch everyone later.
All
next
right.
year.
Have a good holiday break, guys.
Yep. Happy
later.
Merry Christmas,
holidays.
Everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy holidays. All that stuff.
It is Christmas time. I forgot, even with Ant's lights behind them.
Oh,
Come on.